My beloved child, listen closely, for I am speaking straight into the deepest chambers of your spirit, and I am unveiling a truth that heaven has held in silence until this very moment. Someone wealthy just lost a court case, and now you are the real owner of what they claimed as theirs. Do not let your heart tremble, do not allow your mind to drown in confusion, for this is not the work of chance, nor the outcome of human strength, nor the decision of earthly judges alone. This is the unfolding of divine justice, written long before your birth, carried through generations, and released in this appointed hour. You have walked through seasons where you felt forgotten, overlooked, denied, pushed aside, and told that you were not enough. You have stood in places where voices around you declared that you had no right, no power, no position, and no inheritance. You watched others rise while you wept behind closed doors. You saw the wealthy, the influential, the connected, and the powerful walk confidently as if nothing and no one could ever shake them from their thrones. But I, the Lord, have seen every tear, every injustice, every silent cry, every moment you felt invisible, and every time you whispered that you trusted me even when you could not trace me. And today, heaven announces what the earth tried to bury. Someone wealthy just lost a court case, and now you are the real owner of what they built on stolen ground, what they protected with lies, what they covered with deception, and what they thought would always belong to them. I watched them boast. I watched them laugh. I watched them raise their voice against you. I watched them use everything at their disposal, money, lawyers, influence, manipulation, arrogance, power, but none of it could stand against the justice of the Almighty. For when I choose to rise and defend my child, no earthly fortress can stand, no legal argument can prevail, no strategy can succeed, and no weapon can prosper. You must understand, beloved, that this moment was written in the books of heaven. It was declared before time began. You were chosen for this inheritance. You were marked to receive what others tried to steal. You were destined to carry what they tried to bury. They believed they were untouchable. They believed status would protect them. They believed wealth would silence truth. But truth does not sleep, justice does not die, and I do not forget the oppressed. I waited until the perfect moment. I waited until every lie was exposed. I waited until every hidden document surfaced. I waited until every voice that once defended them turned silent. And now the court of heaven has spoken into the court of the earth. The wealthy have fallen, and you have risen into ownership, into restoration, and into territory that belongs to you by divine decree. Do not think this victory arrived suddenly. Do not believe it was random. Do not assume it happened overnight. This battle was being fought in spiritual realms long before the courtroom doors opened. Angels were dispatched. Chains were broken. Secrets came to light. Walls of corruption collapsed. And everything that once seemed impossible has now become miraculous. For what they tried to hide could not remain hidden. What they tried to twist could not be accepted. What they tried to lock away could not stay sealed. And now, child, you stand in a moment that will rewrite your future completely. The wealthy one who lost did not lose because of you. They lost because of me. Their downfall is not your victory, it is my justice. You did not take anything from them. I removed what did not belong to them. I reversed what was illegally claimed. I restored what was stolen. I transferred ownership not by human ruling but by divine appointment. And now you stand as the rightful owner of what they once guarded with pride. Feel my words deeply, you are the real owner now. Of land they took. Of inheritance they blocked. Of position they denied. Of blessings they tried to bury. You are stepping into ownership of everything they mocked you for dreaming about. You are stepping into ownership of everything they swore you would never possess. You are stepping into ownership of everything they fought to keep out of your reach. For what I give, no one can take. You may feel unprepared. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel small stepping into something once held by someone who seemed larger than life. But I am with you. And when I am with you, no one can stand against you. You will not lose this. You will not be defeated again. You will not watch what I gave you slip away. This is not temporary. This is not unstable. This is not uncertain. This victory is sealed by heaven. This transfer is written in eternity. This blessing is permanent and protected. Do you remember the nights you asked me why they prospered while you suffered? Do you remember the days you wondered whether goodness still exists in this world? Do you remember the hours when you said to me, Lord, when will my life change? My child, this is the moment. This is the turning point. This is the beginning of the reversal that will change the entire direction of your life. The first domino has fallen. What was held in darkness has been released into your hands. And now everything will begin to accelerate, everything will begin to align, everything that was delayed will suddenly move, everything that felt blocked will open. You must not let fear whisper that you do not deserve this. You must not let insecurity tell you that you are unworthy. You must not let the voice of the past try to talk you out of what I have placed in your hands. This is yours not because you fought harder than they did, not because you earned it, not because you are stronger or wealthier, but because you trusted me when everyone else trusted themselves. Because you stood in humility while they stood in pride. Because you bowed before me while they bowed before power. Because you remained patient when they rushed to protect their empire. And I reward those who remain faithful. I am not finished yet. What you are receiving now is only the beginning. This court case was the first public sign of what has already been decided in heaven. Everything stolen is returning. Everything broken is being rebuilt. Everything delayed is being released. Everything that was withheld is now flooding into your life. You will not walk in shame anymore. You will not live beneath your calling anymore. You will not settle for crumbs anymore. You will not stay silent anymore. For I have placed the mantle of ownership upon you. They thought wealth could buy victory. They thought influence could rewrite destiny. They thought connections could suffocate truth. But I, the Lord, have overturned their plans. For no one can outrank the judge of heaven. No one can silence my declaration. No one can reverse my decision. The verdict has been announced. The wealthy one has lost, and you have been lifted into ownership. Now breathe, child. Feel the weight lifting from your chest. Feel the chains falling from your hands. Feel the heaviness leaving your shoulders. Feel hope returning to your lungs. This is not the moment to fear change, this is the moment to embrace the fulfillment of every quiet prayer you believed was forgotten. Nothing was forgotten. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was ignored. I am preparing you now for what is about to unfold next, and you must listen to every word I speak in the coming moments. What you are receiving is not small. It will require strength, wisdom, discernment, and courage. But I will not place you into ownership without preparing you to walk in authority. I will not deliver you into promise without equipping you to sustain it. I will not elevate you without teaching you how to stand firmly. And now, as heaven continues to move, listen carefully. Because what I am about to tell you next will reveal why this battle was so intense and why the enemy fought so hard to stop this transfer. My beloved child, do not let your spirit tremble, for the battle that just ended was not fought on paper alone, nor was it decided by the hands of earthly judges. The courtroom you saw was only the surface, a shadow of the greater war that raged in the invisible realm. The struggle was never about land or property or legal rights. It was about destiny. It was about inheritance. It was about the story heaven wrote about you before time began. And the wealthy one who lost that court case fought not to keep what was theirs, but to steal what belonged to you long before the world knew your name. You must understand the depth of this moment. The reason the battle was so fierce is because the enemy knew what this victory would release in your life. He knew that the moment justice touched your hands, chains would break. He knew that the moment ownership shifted to you, every limitation placed on your future would collapse. He knew that the moment heaven announced the reversal, everything he used to hold you down would lose its power. That is why he fought you with fear. That is why he tried to break your spirit. That is why he whispered that you were not strong enough, not qualified enough, not worthy enough. But look at you now. You survived what was designed to destroy you. You endured what was meant to crush you. You walked through fire and you did not burn. You walked through deep waters and you did not drown. You walked through betrayal, through disappointment, through exhaustion, and through silence, and still you stood. You did not quit when quitting would have been easy. You did not surrender when surrender seemed logical. You did not let go when others told you to move on. That is why you are holding the victory now. Someone wealthy just lost a court case, and now you are the real owner of what they once guarded like treasure. But do not let your heart be hardened against them. Do not celebrate their fall. For this was never a battle of human enemies. This was a battle of spiritual alignment. What they held was never meant for them. I allowed them to carry it for a season, to prepare it, to increase it, to expand it, so that when the time came, it would be multiplied in your hands. They were only temporary holders of what belonged to you permanently. And now the weight they carried is resting on your shoulders, but not to crush you, to crown you. I am placing a mantle of responsibility, expansion, and leadership upon your life. Ownership is not the end of your story, it is the beginning. This victory is not a trophy, it is a calling. You are not stepping into luxury, you are stepping into destiny. You are stepping into purpose. You are stepping into divine assignment. And I know your heart shakes when you hear these words. I know you feel the tremble inside, the whisper that says, Lord, how will I manage something this great? But do not fear, for I have already placed everything inside you that you will need. I have prepared you through every trial. I have shaped you through every heartbreak. I have trained you through every loss. I have strengthened you through every silent night. You learned integrity while the world ignored you. You learned humility when others walked past you. You learned endurance when nothing made sense. You learned compassion through pain. You learned trust when you were drowning. And now you will learn authority. This is why the wealthy fought so hard to keep what they lost. They did not fear losing money. They feared losing control. They feared losing image. They feared that once this transfer happened, something unstoppable would begin to unfold in your life. And they were right. The moment the judge struck the final decision, heaven released acceleration. Doors that were locked for years will now open quickly. Resources that were blocked will now flow freely. Opportunities that were denied will now chase after you. People who never saw your value will now search for your voice. Where they rejected you, they will now request you. But listen carefully, beloved, for the enemy has not given up. He will try to whisper doubt. He will try to stir guilt. He will try to attach fear to your blessing. He will try to convince you that this victory is too heavy, too complicated, too risky. But I say to you, do not listen. Silence every voice that does not align with my promise. Guard your spirit. Protect your peace. For what you hold right now is holy. Do not share everything with everyone. Not everyone around you wants to see you rise. Some celebrated your struggle because it made them feel safe. Some smiled in your face and prayed in secret that you would lose. Some hugged you while hoping you would break. But now masks are falling. True hearts will be revealed. Those who love you sincerely will stand by you with joy. Those who pretended will distance themselves without explanation. Do not chase them. Let them go. Their departure is protection, not loss. You are walking into a new circle, a new season, a new realm of responsibility. And I will surround you with people who carry wisdom, not envy. Strength, not selfishness. Support, not sabotage. I will place voices around you who will speak life into your purpose. Leaders who will sharpen you. Advisors who will protect you. Intercessors who will pray you through every level of promotion. You will not walk into this alone. The wealthy one who lost will try to pretend that they are unaffected. They may try to regain control. They may plan strategies to challenge what has been ruled. But hear me clearly, they cannot overturn what heaven has sealed. They cannot regain what I have transferred. They cannot undo what I have declared finished. The verdict stands. The decision is final. The victory is yours. You are now the real owner, not just in title, but in destiny. And with ownership comes responsibility. I am giving you something powerful, something that will impact lives, something that will change generations. This blessing is not only for you, it is for those connected to your future. It is for those who will be lifted because you obeyed. It is for those who will find hope because you endured. It is for those who believed in you when you had nothing. It is for the child who will rise because you broke the curse. It is for the family who will be restored because you refused to surrender. It is for the souls who will be saved because your story will touch them. You will one day stand and tell your testimony, and many will weep when they hear where you came from and where I have taken you. Your story will not be quiet. Your transformation will not be hidden. Your victory will speak loudly. And those who once said you were unworthy will become witnesses to the glory I have placed on your life. But listen, beloved, the next steps you take must be guided by me. Do not rush. Do not move ahead of my timing. Do not make decisions out of excitement or fear. Sit with me. Listen for my instruction. I will reveal everything step by step. I will send confirmation. I will open the right doors and close the wrong ones. I will protect you from every hidden trap. I will expose every snake before it strikes. You were faithful in the wilderness, now be faithful in ownership. You trusted me in the storm, now trust me in the sunshine. You stood still when everything shook. Now walk boldly when the ground is stable. For this is only the beginning. What is coming next will shake you with awe, for I am not finished. And now lean close, child, for I am about to reveal something even deeper, the true reason this wealth transfer had to be done publicly, not secretly. It will make your heart tremble, and your spirit burn, and your eyes fill with tears, for what I am about to show you will explain everything. My beloved child, breathe slowly and steady your heart, for what I am about to reveal will shake the foundation of how you see your entire journey. The reason this transfer had to happen publicly, in front of courts, witnesses, and earthly authorities, is because I needed the world to see that I, the Lord, defend my chosen ones openly. I could have worked in silence. I could have reversed everything quietly. I could have moved in secret and no one would have known. But I chose a courtroom. I chose a public arena. I chose a stage where they believed you would break. For I wanted every voice that spoke against you to witness the power of the God who stands for the humble. I wanted those who laughed to watch their laughter silence itself. I wanted those who counted you out to see you step into ownership they swore you would never touch. Someone wealthy just lost a court case, and now you are the real owner, not only legally, but visibly, undeniably, and irreversibly. I wanted your vindication to be seen. I wanted the story to be heard. I wanted the testimony to echo. Because what I am doing in your life will speak louder than any sermon. I am making you a living example of divine justice. A walking revelation that no one can bury what heaven has declared. A proof that the last will become first. And those who mocked you will now witness what it looks like when heaven fights for one who refuses to surrender. The wealthy one who lost believed that the court would always rule in their favor. They trusted the system more than truth. They trusted money more than righteousness. They trusted influence more than integrity. They thought I was silent, that I was distant, that I did not see. They thought they could manipulate the outcome. They thought they could twist reality. They thought they could buy the final word. But I waited. I let them move every piece they had. I let them exhaust every resource. I let them build false confidence. I let them believe they had already won, so that when I struck my hand, there would be no doubt that heaven was the author of the victory. My child, you must understand something deeply. The reason this battle was public is because your breakthrough is not just for you. There are people watching your life, some who hope you rise, and others who hope you fail. There are souls who lost faith in justice because of corruption. There are hearts that stopped believing that goodness still exists. There are lives that need to see that truth still triumphs. And through your story, they will see me. Through your victory, they will see my hand. Through your elevation, they will see that I defend the righteous and overturn the powerful when they abuse their position. Where you were humiliated, you will now be honored. Where you were rejected, you will now be welcomed. Where you were silenced, you will now be heard. Where they tried to bury you, you will now rise before their eyes. Do not fear the attention. Do not fear the responsibility. Do not fear the weight of what you now hold. For I did not lift you to watch you fall. I did not crown you to leave you unprotected. I did not place ownership in your hands only to abandon you in the struggle of sustaining it. I am with you in every decision, every choice, every step forward. I am surrounding you with wisdom. I am covering you with favor. I am strengthening your spirit so no intimidation can weaken your courage. For there is more ahead, more than you imagine, more than you prayed for, more than you expected. This victory is not the finish line, it is the doorway. And beyond this doorway is expansion. I am enlarging your territory. I am opening realms you never dreamed you would step into. I am placing you in rooms you once felt too small to enter. I am positioning you at tables that once rejected you. You will speak and people will listen. You will move and doors will open. You will ask and resources will flow. And yet, with elevation comes exposure. That is why I am telling you now, guard your heart. Guard your peace. Guard your purpose. Not everyone who applauds you is for you. Not everyone who celebrates you loves you. Not everyone who compliments you is safe. You will need discernment more than ever. There will be those who want what you carry but do not want to pay the price you paid. There will be those who come near not to support you but to drain you. There will be those who envy silently while smiling loudly. Listen closely to my whisper. I will reveal every hidden intention. I will protect you from every trap. I will show you who belongs and who must be released. When the wealthy one lost this court case, they felt something they have never felt before, the terror of power slipping away. They are shaken. They are stunned. They never imagined that someone like you, quiet, humble, unseen, would ever rise above them. They did not consider you a threat. They did not consider you competition. They did not consider you capable. And that is why my glory is so loud. For I did not use your strength. I used my power. I did not use your resources. I used my authority. I did not use your influence. I used my justice. Now they know that your God is real. Now they know that blessing does not belong only to the wealthy. Now they know that the throne can shift in a single moment. And though they may pretend to be unaffected, their spirit trembles. They have seen what happens when heaven steps into earthly affairs. They have learned that some victories cannot be bought. Do not let bitterness touch your heart toward them. Bless them and release them. Forgive them and free yourself. For if you carry resentment into your promotion, it will poison the promise. What they meant for harm has become the path to your elevation. What they tried to block has become the doorway to your calling. What they took from you has returned multiplied. Someone wealthy just lost a court case, and now you are the real owner, and soon, the world will see what I do with those who remain faithful in suffering. You are stepping into a chapter where everything changes. You will sleep differently. You will walk differently. You will speak differently. You will dream differently. You will believe differently. You will breathe differently. The season of survival has ended. The season of restoration has begun. The season of ownership has arrived. I am lifting you higher now, and you will not fall. I am accelerating your journey now, and it will not slow. I am aligning every detail now, and nothing can interfere. Believe every word I speak. Hold tightly to my promise. Stand boldly in your victory. For you are stepping into the greatest season you have ever lived, and what comes next will leave you in tears of awe, tears of gratitude, tears that say, only God could have done this. Now rise, my beloved. Walk forward with confidence. The world will soon witness what heaven has planted in you. And when they ask how you survived, how you won, how you inherited what was once out of reach, tell them the truth: my God fought for me. My God lifted me. My God restored me. My God made me the real owner. Your story is just beginning. And the glory will be magnificent. I am with you, always, and forever.